Hey guys, it's me. I'm sick today, so I made you this video so that you can still do your topic 13 review because you will have a test tomorrow. So make sure you have torn out page 555 and page 557. It's one green page and one red page. If you haven't done that yet, pause this video and then you can restart it when everybody's ready. And make sure you staple them together because it's your study guide to take home. All right, so set A is just a review on evaluating expressions using PEMDAS, order of operations. Remember, if you are struggling with it, you're not going to have your notebook on your test, but you can always write notes so that you remember. Remember, parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division, left to right, and addition and subtraction, left to right, whatever comes first. So I have copied these down here so that I have more room to work them out with you. And I want you guys writing this down. Make sure you have scratch paper so that you can take it home with you. Okay, number one, we have parentheses 78 plus 47 divided by 25. So we have to do parentheses first. 78 plus 47. So I'm going to write it over to the side so that I can do it going up and down. And you get 125. Rewrite the problem. And 125 divided by 25. You can count by 25 just like you do quarters. And the answer is 5. Number 2, 4 plus 8 times 6 divided by 2 plus 3. So order of operations down here since I scrolled down. So first we have to do multiplication, and 8 times 6 is 48. And we rewrite the problem. We're going to do division next. 48 divided by 2 is 24. And now we are at addition and subtraction. We're going to work left to right. 4 plus 24 is 28, plus 3 is 31. Okay, for number 3, we have brackets and parentheses. So we have 8 times 25 in parentheses, but then we have that divided by 5 in brackets plus 120. So we know 8 times 25, count like you do quarters, and you're going to get 200. We have that divided by 5 in brackets plus 120. Basic fact, I know 20 divided by 5 is 4 with a 0 left to bring to my answer. And I'm going to add that to 120, and I'm going to get 160. Now, number 4, I have 312 times parentheses 40 plus 60 divided by 60. So 40 plus 60 is 100. And then I rewrite my problem. I'm going to do 312 times 100 because I got to work left to right. I'm going to do 312 with 2 zeros divided by 60. Now, we're going to have to come over to the side and do a little long division. 60 will not go into 3, it won't go into 31, but it will go into 312 5 times because I know 6 times 5 is 30, And if I put a 0 on the end of it, I get 300. 60 will go into 120 twice. That's 120. Subtracting it 0, bring down my last 0. Don't forget to finish out the problem. 60 won't go into 0. So my answer is 520. Okay, we are not going to do number 5. Number 6, we have parentheses 18 minus 3 divided by 5 plus 4. We know 18 minus 3 is 15 divided by 5 plus 4. 15 divided by 5 is 3 plus 4 is 7. Oh, trying to draw lines for me. 7. All right, so let's highlight 7 and 8, or circle. You guys circle 7 and 8. And those are going to be your bonus questions. And then somewhere on the page, you also need to put parent signature, because you are going to get 5 points for doing the 2 questions and then 5 points for getting the signature. So let's go up to step B. Step B is where they give us a phrase, and then we have to figure out how to write it down to be able to solve it. But we are not going to solve it right now. We are just writing the numerical expression. So on number 1, it says add 15 to the product of 3/4 and 12. So product tells us we have to multiply, and they gave us some hints over here. So we need to do 3/4. Let's zoom in. 3/4 times 12, and we need to do that first, so we're going to put parentheses around it. And then we're going to add 15 to that. Now, we don't have to have the parentheses because according to PEMDAS, we're going to multiply first anyway. Now, number 2, find the difference of 29 and 13 and then divide by 2. Remember, and then tells us we're going to need some parentheses somewhere because we have to do something first and then do something else. So we have to find the difference. Difference tells us we need to subtract. So we need to do 29 minus 13 and then divide it by 2. So parentheses, divide by 2. Number 3, add 1.5 and 3/4 and then subtract 1/3. So remember, that tells us we need parentheses. So we're going to do 1 1/2 plus 3/4 and then subtract 1/3. Number 4, again, they have and then multiply 1.2 by 5 and then subtract 0.7. 1.2 times 5 and then subtract 0.7. Number 5, add the quotient of 120 and 3 to the product of 15 and 10. So we have quotient, we have product, and we have to add those two things together. Quotient tells me to divide, product tells me to multiply. So I have 120 divided by 3 in those parentheses, and I'm going to add that 15, oops, not plus, times 10. I'm going to put all that in parentheses. Now, do I have to have those parentheses? No, because I'm going to do the division and the multiplication before I add it anyway. But I know some of you forget that and try to work left to right. So we're going to put those parentheses there to help us. Okay, that is it for set B. And so then we're going to move on to set C. Set C is the one where you have to look at it and compare them without doing any math. You should be able to look at them and just compare them, see what's in the parentheses and what's outside the parentheses, and go from there. So looking at number 1, they both have 37 minus 9 in parentheses. So the only thing I'm comparing now is the 72 times and the 69 times, and we know that 72 times will be greater. Okay, on number 2, they both have 144 divided by 12, but on this left one, it has minus 6, and we have nothing different over here. So that tells us that the right side is going to be greater. Number 3, they both have 4 plus 1/2 plus 3. And then they both have times 2, but they are in different places. We've talked about this a lot, that when you multiply, it can go in any order because we know 2 times 3 is the same as 3 times 2. So these are equal. Number 4, describe how expression A compares to expression B. So they both have 9.50, $9.50 times 2. But then this one has plus 3.99. This one has nothing going on with it. So this tells us that A is $3.99 greater than B. And actually, real quick, before we go on, actually, no, we are not doing set D. Okay, so now that we've finished these green pages, I found a video of another teacher going over the red page with you. So I'm going to put that link on my smartboard also. So work through those problems, practice those, get ready for your test tomorrow. Do those bonus questions that we marked down here. You need to do 7 and 8, get the signature so that you can get 10 bonus points on your test. Hopefully, I'll be back tomorrow and I'm feeling better, but we'll see. Okay,